Hello everyone, welcome back. So this is my second part of the video series, how to raise lotus from a tuber. So today I'm going to show you how I prepare the substrate for planting my lotuses here. There is a belief that lotus needs clay to grow, but it is a myth. So far in my experience, lotus grows well in almost all type of soil, with few exceptions like sandy or sandy loam. The best soil is any organically rich fertile soil. One of the most important thing you have to keep in mind that the soil need to be completely free from any sort of chemicals. Even a small trace elements or small quantity presence of any sort of chemicals can really hamper the lotus growth. Soil contaminated with pesticides or weedicide can even backfire the lotus growth. So you have to make sure that the soil which you select is totally free from these sort of chemicals. Fresh topsoil from your garden will be the best choice for lotus. And if you feel the soil is not fertile enough, you may add few handfuls of vermicompost to the soil. I won't recommend cow manure or any other animal manure at this stage, just because it brings a lot of disease, algal growth, and if not properly decomposed, it will generate enormous heat. Also, the cow manure can cause a situation called fasciation. Fasciation is a phenomenon in which the lotus shoots aggregates and it forms like a clump and grows in a weird manner. You get many small leaves and shoots, but the plant will remain producing small leaves without further growth. So better to avoid this situation. It's not recommended to use cow manure in this stage. Now coming back to the substrate or soil mixture, I recommend that you can use your garden soil. That is the best soil, garden topsoil for your lotus. Make sure that it is free from any sort of chemicals. Now our substrate is ready. This is almost a fertile soil, so I have not added any additives like vermicompost or any other fertilizer. As a thumb rule, the soil need to be filled only 1/3 of the container. This is because lotus is a vigorous grower, as you all know, and produce huge biomass underneath the soil. And this biomass in turn will push the soil upward gradually. And at the end of the season, you will see surprised to see that the soil and the entire biomass will occupy almost 2/3 of the container size. So in case if you are filling 2/3 of the soil initially, and at the end of the season you will see that soil coming up on the top level. I forgot to mention one thing, that the soil can be radiated in sunlight for 3 days to avoid harmful germs or pests. Being from a tropical country, we all know that our summers are really notorious. So to avoid the soil heating up, we have to maintain ample water level. More the water level, cooler the soil, and more the soil, less the water level, and the chances of getting soil heated up is very high. This will in turn affect the lotus growth. I would recommend to keep the water level always up to the brim. Now coming to the planting methods, we have two planting methods. One is the Chinese planting method and the other one is the normal planting method. Chinese planting method is generally followed in temperate type of lotus, just because it has a very strong and stout tubers. The normal planting method is followed in both the normal temperate as well as tropical tubers. Well, the expert says that there is no much difference in both the planting method. Even if you plant it in a Chinese method or a normal method, the lotus grow well. But personally, I have experienced that Chinese planting method has given a good result. I mean, the initial growth is very stirred and vigorous. So I prefer to plant it in a Chinese method, and today I will show you both the methods. In Chinese planting method, the soil is drenched with water initially. and the tuber is shoved inside the soil at an angle of 45 degrees at the center. You should make sure that the tips are not broken. Hold it gently. And see, the cut end should be above the soil level. And this is allowed to sit just like this for a day. So the next day you can see the soil will dry up a little and can form some cracks in the soil. So at this time you need to fill with water, but not completely. The cut end should not be submerged in water. You have to fill only up to this level, that is just below the cut end, and the cut end should be above the water level. And after a few days you will start getting a few leaves, coin leaves and shoots. So at that point you need to gradually increase the water level and make it up to the brim. So this is the Chinese method of planting. And a normal planting method, as I told you before, that we need to drench the soil with water. Then towards the periphery just shove some soil. Lay this tuber horizontally, gently and carefully. Do not break the growth tip. Now add some soil above the tuber. Now fill the container with water up to the brim. This is the normal planting method. And within a few days, 2-3 days, you can see some small coin leaves start popping up from the bottom. Initially we get a very small coin sized leaves, and these are called coin leaves. As you can see, they are very small, floating on the surface of water. And after few days the leaf size will start increasing. These are called the real floating leaves. Once the container surface is covered up completely with many floating leaves, it will start producing many aerial leaves, just like this. Well, it is not necessary that all the lotus cultivars need to produce an aerial leaf for initiating a bud. There are certain cultivars like tropical cultivars from the southern part of India, Thailand. They are a little bit reluctant to produce standing leaves in deeper pools. I'll be making a new video on fertilizing, pest control as well as maintenance of a lotus plant. So for more updates, subscribe to my channel, and if you still have doubt, you can comment below. Thank you so much for watching.